Have you tried opening a door without a key, logging in without a password? Seems impossible. However, when you have the correct key or password, getting access becomes trivial. The source of many of life's puzzles is a lack of the proper key, the lack of understanding of the fundamental principles and mechanisms that control the universe.
In the background scene, based on the simple 3D wire puzzles, you can watch the physical binding effect, representing the actual quantum entanglement, which is one of the elements of the natural key lock mechanism, governing the entire universe and our individual lives.
We already understand a lot. Civilization was founded on understanding the cycles of nature. After the wet season comes the dry one. After summer comes winter. Being able to foresee this, people have learned to prepare and to anticipate, to avoid problems, to build food reserves and shelters. Many still do not understand the phenomenon of global warming, confused by the available data. Whereas CO2 emission is just a single element of a more complex load that leads to worldwide observable changes. I will come to more details about the true reasons of the upcoming disaster in the next episode. If you want to learn the principles, to find out why the world is getting more and more complicated, and why this is happening more quickly recently, follow my links. Discover what only the most intelligent physicists know. Learn how to use that knowledge for your everyday benefits. Let's start slowly with just the basics and some spectacular examples. During the Second World War, the efficiency of the Nazi extermination machine almost led to the annihilation of European Jews. However, a little Jewish boy managed to walk across the continent, survive, and become one of the most influential men of the 20th century. This achievement is so impressive that many believe him to be linked to Satan himself. When I interviewed other Jewish survivors of the Holocaust, I observed the same pattern again and again. Something that should not have happened, happened, and allowed those men and women to survive. Look at the boiling vegetables. Whilst being cooked with great care, they should not have a chance to escape. Yet somehow it happens sometimes. Still not impressed? Scientists use many simplifications. A recent trending topic on YouTube discussed if the electrons in high-voltage cables transfer energy. No, the cable is not a pipe for electrons, it's more like a sandstone made of metal atoms densely packed, infiltrated by electrons. The detailed mathematical calculations are clear about it. The cable would have to be at least 10 times wider, as although tiny, the electrons require free space to travel. Although, the rough observations are enough to confirm the answer, the speed of electricity is almost the speed of light. In contrast to weightless photons, the heavy electrons are far from being that fast, they don't even come close to that speed. In reality, the high-voltage cable acts more like antenna for propagation of electromagnetic waves outside of its body. Thus, the electromagnetic radiation is what carries the majority of the power. The more detail we dwell on physics, the more we understand about the true nature of the universe. Think of our solar system. A giant ball of superheated hydrogen at its center. While just a barrel of hydrogen, in a form of a thermonuclear bomb, is capable of annihilating an entire city. Why has the sun kept us warm with a pleasant glow? Over millions of years, and not exploded in seconds just like other stars, which detonate as a supernova. Few people are aware of it, but it is the same phenomena. The sun is still too cold and not dense enough for a thermonuclear reaction to be initiated. Positively charged hydrogen nuclei repel each other like tiny magnets, they don't come close enough to fuse. Yet, every now and then, a few of them come into contact, defying the laws of physics. The number of disobedient hydrogen atoms is just enough for the sun to generate the exact amount of heat the Earth needs. This paradox, called the quantum tunneling effect, is still problematic for science to grasp. In the everyday world, it would be compared to tea leaking from a mug and drops of liquid climbing up the walls. Most importantly for today, although the fundamental reasons for the tunneling effect are ambiguous, it doesn't prevent us from using it in practice. The same applies to the laws of physics, about which I teach. Even without understanding the science behind it, you can already use it to solve problems of your life. Many of us experience anxieties when facing life's troubles, such as why it is sometimes so easy to fall into a trap which may appear to have no way out. How is it that great efforts to get out often lead us to a deeper plunge, a phenomenon of being dragged into the swamp? Some people put enormous effort into achieving a result, while others achieve the same result without any effort or struggle. How is that possible, and how can we copy those who achieve the result with ease? Why do so many people struggle when there are simple and convenient ways to solve problems? The knowledge presented in my next book not just explains the reasons behind various difficulties of life, but helps on solving them, bringing your great life back. Watching my videos will help you to gradually put the life's puzzles together perfectly. By gaining access to truly effective tools, your life will turn to be natural and positive. Anything that seemed difficult or even incomprehensible, you will be able to conveniently eliminate. Your efforts will become fruitful as the small steps will merge spontaneously into great achievements. The puzzle pieces will finally come together. All will be in place. It will be amazing to observe how smooth the things will run. Having the skills to succeed, backed by the deep understanding of how and why the universe works, gives the real sense of accomplishment. Such powerful skills will bring back the joy and happiness endowed to human nature.